generation, taking over the nation. On our TVs, on radio stations, infiltrating, incubating, shaking revelations at the speed of light in an alien ship. Fuck the big red pigs, you want battle for kids, make a throw of the shit, till it's over the list. Pop culture's dead, full of shit with the Fed, FBI, to CC, I'm a cold red. So fuck what you can sleep.
Good afternoon, welcome to another Simicast. Unless you were sleeping under a rock last night, you probably know that 247's number one running back, 5-star Cam Akers, committed to the Noles last night. Obviously, a huge get. The kid, there's not enough adjectives to describe him, but I'm going to go ahead and try. He's the number one player in the state of Mississippi. As I mentioned before in a previous podcast, the number one player hasn't left the state of Mississippi since 2008. So this is bucking an historical trend, getting this kid to come to Tallahassee. Excuse me. He's the Mississippi Gatorade Player of the Year. He's on the Army All-American team. Now let me think of his statistics. I believe he threw for over 3,000 yards with 30-something touchdown passes, and he ran for over 2,000 with 30-something rushing touchdowns. So the kid, put up 5,000 yards with nearly 70 touchdowns. Like, just insane. The kid has been compared to a number of people. Some people have already comparing him to Cook, of course. I don't know if he's exactly like him. Some have compared him to Elliott a little bit. If you don't know anything about him as far as attributes, he's 5'11", about 213 pounds. He ran a 4.440 at the Nike opening, which is obviously a very good time for that weight. Some people have actually, Bud Elliott, I think, of Tomahawk Nation, compared him to Percy Harvin, but 10 pounds heavier. The sky's the limit with this kid. Most 5-star recruits are, they tend to be pretty good players, but this kid just really stands out. I mean, you got multiple people, not just Noles writers, but you have other people around the country just saying this kid is one of the best running back prospects in the last few years. Probably the best prospect since Fournette a few years ago. He doesn't compare to Fournette because Fournette's obviously bigger, but the kid we as in FSU, try not to use the we in my old age, could go from Cook to Akers. That's like going from Montana to Young or Favre to Rodgers. Like, that's not even fair, all right? We are fucking spoiled with this kid's commitment. It came down to, what, he have 6 schools that he was choosing from, but really it was between FSU and Ole Miss. And Bud Elliott, again from Tomahawk Nation, put out an article this morning, about how and why he chose Florida State. And this is stuff that myself and other Noles fans were talking about on Twitter. Like, it's just logical things, but let's go through them real quick. Why did he choose? It's not that hard to figure out if it's Ole Miss or Florida State. All right, well, let's look at coaching stability, which is what most recruits look at. Freeze is on the hot seat. Jimbo has been at FSU for 7 years and just signed an extension that could keep him there for another 6 to 8, depending on options. So check for FSU for coaching stability. Offensive scheme. Ole Miss runs the spread attack. They just hired a offensive coordinator that runs the air raid. And as much as people wanted to say, oh, he does run out of that system, like, give me a break. Between his air raid background and Freeze's propensity to not want to run that much, that's not a good fit for a running back to go there. Where, of course, FSU runs a pro-style offense, which can and often does lean on the running back. So check for FSU again in that column. And then you have, of course, the NCAA sanctions that are forthcoming for Ole Miss. Obviously, FSU doesn't have to worry about that right now. So again, check for FSU. Then you have recent running back success. What does Ole Miss have? None I can really think of in recent years. What does FSU have? Well, Devontae Freeman is a 2-time Pro Bowler, and Dalvin Cook is about to be a first-round pick. So you have recent running back success in FSU's favor. And that pretty much sums up. But those are like the logical reasons. Like, why would he go to Ole Miss when their coach is on the hot seat? The offensive scheme doesn't fit him. The sanctions could come down. Oh, and one more, I forgot. Uh, the current recruiting class. Recruits do look at that. They like to join a good class typically if they can. And Ole Miss is, I think, second to last in the SEC in recruiting rankings. I think they're 47th or 48th overall. Or FSU is now, with the addition of Akers, a top 5 class. I believe they just slid into the top 5 on 247. Anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling here. Let's watch some video, okay? I told you guys before, Google him, YouTube him. I'm gonna save you the trouble. We're gonna watch a video. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but at least a couple minutes. You can just see how electric this kid is, and um, it would not shock me to see him start from day one, or kind of pull a Dalvin Cook and take the starting reins over by game 3 or 4 once he has, pass pro down and all that in the playbook. He is an early enrollee, so it will help accelerate his learning curve. But yeah, expect the kid to see the field pretty much immediately. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, some other odd stats. Since the ranking systems have been out, this is FSU's 3rd highest rated recruit ever. Ever. Not highest ranked, highest rated. There's a difference there. So that's pretty sick. What else is there? There was someone tweeted at the opening, he, did kind of like combine type stuff, 40-yard dash, vertical, shuttle. Apparently those 3 things he would have placed in the top 3 in all of those in this past NFL combine that just went by earlier in the year. Yeah, he would have been top 3 at the NFL combine in the vertical, shuttle, and 40-yard dash for running backs. That's pretty sick. All right, well, enough me. Let's get to the video. All right, here we are. Let's watch this 2-minute, 43-second video. If you want, feel free to go and YouTube search some more of his videos. He has a bunch, but figured I'd go ahead and throw one on here. So here we go. He plays quarterback, so you're going to see a lot of snaps taking out a shotgun. He's a running back, though, so don't let it fool you. Jesus Christ. What you're going to see on this tape is power, speed, agility, balance. It's ridiculous. There's some balance, there's some cut, and there's shot out of a cannon speed. Gone. That's just stupid. Goes from putting his hand down to, running 80 yards past everybody. That's just sick. Ridiculous. There's some power. Get off me. I got the no, you don't have the angle, buddy. Sorry. And this is at 213 pounds. He's running past people. This isn't 185-pound scat back or something out of high school. This guy's 213 making these moves and accelerating past people. It's not even fair that FSU is going to go from Cook to this guy, assuming he stays healthy, obviously, and doesn't somehow wind up a bust, but just don't see it happening based on what we're watching here and what I've read from different analysts around the country. I could see if it was just FSU people lauding him, but it's everybody's like, this kid's insane. And he's gone. Before he even gets to midfield, you know it. He's gone. Ridiculous. Yeah, we know where he's at. Thanks for spotlighting him. Now here's a throw for fun. Jimbo's got to throw a trick play while he's on campus at some point. At some point, he's got to do it. I mean, he's not a pure passer by any means, but he can get the ball where he wants it to go, looks like. So it'd be kind of fun to see a halfback pass or some shit at some point during his tenure. All right, let's get back to the running. Here we go. Just quick feet. Just not even fair. You think he'll pitch it? Nah, I don't think so. You have the angle. No, you don't. I mean, that's just not even fair. About the only thing he could improve on from what I read is could get a little better at his vision. But I remember hearing the same thing about Cook when he came out of high school, which is just hilarious to think of because he has excellent vision. All right, we're almost done here. About 20 seconds. Let's watch a couple more highlights. The passing's whatever. Let's watch one more run here. Yeah, he's got to run right here, right? You can see all the tools he possesses. He's just sick. It's and golly, spoiled. We're spoiled right now to go from Cook to that guy. Um, Going forward, I said I think at the beginning this helps FSU's recruiting class. I think it already vaulted them to number 5 on 24/7. And just a couple weeks ago when I did one of these, FSU was sitting at 13. Told you guys not to worry, not to worry. And the class could possibly, I don't know, it's not going to push for 1 or 2. It's just not. It's probably not even going to push for 3 because Georgia's class is outstanding. Maybe it could push for number 4. Maybe it could go as high as that because starting to see a couple 24/7 people tweet out like, have been hearing for a while, if Akers does commit, this class could wind up being even more insane. For instance, 5-star defensive tackle Marvin Wilson, who I've spoke about before on here. It could help with his recruitment. There's a 4-star linebacker out of Texas that is really starting to look at the Noles hard now. And Okuda, 5-star cornerback, he's probably going to go to Ohio State, but hey, maybe this helps. Never know. But there's probably a couple other big fish out there that FSU could snag. But if they do get Wilson, who doesn't announce till signing day, by the way, that'll just be sick. In a matter of what Kando commit on December 22nd, so in a matter of about a month and a half, between then and signing day, if FSU can secure Kando, 5-star defensive end, who I believe is the number 2 weak side defensive end, 24/7. Akers, the number 1 running back in 24/7, and then if they could get Wilson on signing day, the number 1 D tackle, number 1 D tackle, number 1 running back, number 2 weak side defensive. If they can get that in a matter of a month and a half, that is just stupid. I mean, it's the same old song and dance. Jimbo recruits. That's what he does. So hopefully next year, with yet another ridiculous class, we're not staring at a 3-loss season again because holy fuck, those can't happen going forward when you keep scooping guys like this. I don't think it will. I think Noles will have a better season than 9-3 next year. Anyways, that's a long ways away. I still need to do my silly little Michigan talk or preview, whatever you want to call it. I'll do that maybe later today or tomorrow. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching. This ran longer than I wanted to. Knew it would. First time subscriber, go ahead and click that button. Or first time viewer, go ahead and subscribe. Sorry. And it's been another Florida State Semicast. I'm out.